In the Great Society right here at KPFT Houston. Good afternoon. My name is Rourke, and this is Wide Open Spaces. And today, live in the studio, a native of LaPorte, Texas, who has made some amazing rock and roll connections. He has worked with Carole King, Jerry Jeff Walker, Roger Waters, and done some pretty cool stuff like play at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and even been in a few movies. We'll try to talk to him about as much of that as we can, but he's here to promote a brand new CD. Super cool, groovy stuff. The CD's called 1,000 Miles. Freddie, Steady Kirk, welcome back to KPFT. How are you?
I'm great, Rourke. How are you?
I'm doing very well, man.
Good.
2012's treating me all right.
Cool,
Can't
cool.
complain about anything.
Good.
Man, I love this new, is it an EP?
It's an EP, extended play. Yeah,
It's got 6 songs. It's almost an album.
Right. We did a vinyl release that has 4 songs, and then the CD release has the 2 bonus tracks on it. You can only put so much on vinyl, before the quality goes down. So we had to keep it at 2 on each side.
It's nice. I like it, man. There's some great songs that really does reflect some groovy sounds that are coming out of the late 60s.
Yeah, thanks.
You bet. And you got Cam King with you as well.
I'm hiding. I'm fine.
I know that. I'm going to still talk to you, though.
I'm in the Songwriter Protection Program.
You're from New Mexico?
That's right, originally.
Spent some time in Nashville, doing the Nashville thing, and
Yeah.
you've been kind of in and out of Texas since 1975.
Yeah. I came to Texas from Albuquerque in 1975 and hitched up almost immediately with Freddie, and we had 10 great solid years together before I took off to LA and places beyond. But even in the off years, I've been coming back, and Freddie and I have been playing one way or another ever since.
Cam has played on every record. The only records that I made that he's not on are the 2 I did in England. But he's played. I've always made sure that
But I phoned my parts in for those.
And you guys were in the Explosives together.
Yeah.
Well. And you guys had something to do with Rocky Erickson coming out of retirement. Were you looking for elevators?
Well, we did. We played with Rocky in 1979, 80, and 81. And in 2005, he called Cam and I and said he wanted to start performing again, and would we play with him? So
and you guys did?
we did, yeah, for 5, 6, 7, 8, not 4, maybe 4 or 5 more years.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
When you grew up here in LaPorte,
I did.
and moved over to Austin, and we're a big fan of the psychedelic scene. I think your first concert was Sir Douglas Quintet.
Yeah, actually, that was at the Lee High School gym in Baytown. Yeah, in 1965. I was 10 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
You've seen the 13th floor elevators back as a teenager.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It kind of come full circle for you to be able to play with them again.
Oh, it was great, and I've played with Doug, Sam's son, and I'm playing with his son Sean.
Okay.
Right now. Sean plays in Texas Tornadoes, but he also has his own group called Tex-Mex Experience. And a week before last, we were in Switzerland. We did 2 festival dates over there.
Very nice.
And so, yeah,
And you've worked with Augie Myers as well.
And worked with Augie Myers. I played on one of his records called White Boy, a blues record.
Okay. And your history in the Texas music scene goes back to, I guess it kind of all started for you professionally with B.W. Stevenson.
It did, and we were talking before the show started. I went to the Grammys last week.
Right.
And I went to a couple of producer engineer events, Grammy related, and I got to see Al Schmidt. He was the engineer of the BW album that I played on. That was 1975. Wow. I was barely 21 and very nervous. And
you guys went to L.A. to do
We
that?
went to L.A. We cut out there. Yeah, Tommy LaPuma produced and Al Schmidt engineered.
You hadn't seen him in years,
I hadn't seen him since 1975 until last week.
Right. Did you recognize him?
Oh, he looks exactly like he did. He's kept himself in really good shape, and he's always. I remember he being very nice and modest back then. And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm doing great." "Hey, I talked to Tommy today." He told me. What he didn't tell me was he and Tommy were the guys that produced and engineered the new Paul McCartney record that just came out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And tell folks a little bit about how you ended up at the Grammys in the first place.
Well, I'm a member of the Recording Academy and ran for a seat on the board. I'm a governor on the board of the Texas chapter now. And there was actually Dan Workman from Sugar Hill was out there. We were well represented, the Texas chapter. There were quite a few of us went out there and had a wonderful time. I mean, the Beach Boys, for crying out loud. It was so great to see them. Paul McCartney did a new song called My Valentine, which I think is the best thing he's written in years. Performed that with the orchestra, and then he did a Beatle medley at the end of the show. There was a ton of stuff. I mean, it was pretty overwhelming. Yeah.
That was your first time here.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, you also brought Emily Grace Berry with you. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going great.
How'd you end up here today?
Well, Freddie asked me if I wanted to come and sit in with him and sit in on his show tonight and tomorrow night in LaPorte.
You went back home for a show in LaPorte.
I am. There's a place. It's pretty new. I think tonight we're playing at Natachi's.
Right over here. It's the Continental Club.
Yep, 6:30 to 9:30, and then tomorrow we're doing an in-store at Cactus at 3 in the afternoon, and tomorrow night they say you can't go home, but I'm going.
There you go.
We're at a place called Mainly Drinks on Main Street in LaPorte.
And your English teacher is still really mad about that. She's coming back for you.
I know.
Like the principal that spanked you, did you? Years later. We got the Freddie Steady 5 live in the KPFT studio, and they just told you about all the great gigs they're playing around town. We're going to talk about the brand new release, 1,000 Miles, next, but what are you guys going to sing for us first?